Hi, my name is Cindy Talova. I'm a 27. I play both lock and a double dot prop, a couple games my freshman year, and I'm currently studying film and media studies. My favorite part of going to Fiji definitely has to be, I can't choose one. It has to be every single time that we've spent with like the little kids there. The first day started off with a bang. Going to that school, it was like so amazing and it was so sweet, like hearing them welcome us into their little, into their school and then like singing for us, performing for us. We didn't have anything to offer. Like we went and we were just like so happy to play with them. And it was just so cute seeing them smile. When they brought us up to dance, oh, my heart melted. It was so cute. And it was just the best thing. I remember being so scared because this girl, shout out Gesa, she came up to me and like stared me up and down. She went, and I was like, hi. And she goes, what's your name? And I go, I'm Cindy. And she goes, hi, Cindy, I'm Gesa. And I go, okay. And then we became besties like that. She would not let go of me. So I was like, oh, wow. Like, I can't believe, like, she just met me, a random stranger, not even from her country. Like, and she just made me feel so welcome, and like all the other little kids. And the little kids, when we went to the Sevu Sevu, when they're like performing and they're all waving at us, oh, I loved it. Like everywhere we went, all the kids were like waving, saying Bula, and we were like Bula back. And it was just so like, I can't explain how much gratitude I felt. And even when we went to the waterfall, like I told a lot of people about this, but when we were pulling up, there was a group of kids and they were just playing, but they were playing with a deflated soccer ball and they were just having the time of their lives. And I was like, oh my God, stop, you're gonna make me cry. And then they came out to the waterfall and started jumping from the high cliffs. And I go, we're not even allowed to do that. And here you guys go jumping from like, I don't know how many feet up. And like afterwards, when we passed out our rugby balls to them, it was so sweet because they were all so happy and they each got a ball and they automatically started playing with it. And they just had the biggest like smiles on their face. And I was like, wow, like they were so happy when we got there. Now they're even more happy. I'm like, dang, I'm content with life right now. Yeah. Oh, I love those kids. I'm going back to see them. I am booking my ticket. I'm going at the end of the year. So guess what, if you see me, I'm coming. Oh, and just being present, because even though we were there for like 7 or 8 days, like we talked about, it felt like forever. And like, yeah, we took so many photos, but most of it's just like engraved in my head, like all those memories, all those little things, like the laughters. Like I so forgot I freaking carried Sadie on my back from like the parking lot to the pool because I really wanted her to be there. But like, it's just those little things that I forgot. But I'm like, oh, every time I think about it, I'm like, oh, wow, it was so special. It was. Wow. Yeah, being present. And also because we were in Fiji and like obviously no service and I couldn't go on our phones a lot, like I spent so much time with my team that it felt so good. Like I got so closer to like our freshmen and like obviously I only had one term with them. And then now coming back, I'm like, wow, I really know you guys. We were like this. We were stuck in a van together forever. Even the coaching staff, I was stuck with Baker. And like, I always talk to Baker, but it's always in like a lift setting or like a gym setting. So I never get to talk to him like one-on-one, but it was so cool. Like I learned more about him and his family and like his parents. Oh, Fiji, what a time. Oh, it was so nice.
My name is Joris Lomu. I'm a 27. I'm from Lehigh, Utah. I am majoring in anthropology, and I play scrum half. Every moment was my favorite. I didn't remember having like a singular bad time. For me personally, that whole trip was just a dream come true. Like I grew up talking with my dad all the time about rugby in Fiji and how this is how they play, this is how they're so good, they just play touch every day, just like pick up, like this is how they get so good. And just getting to like when we went to Suva and getting to go play with like, even though it was a men's team and with the Striders, like, and just seeing all the different teams playing touch rugby around, like that meant so much to me. And then even the tournament itself, like that last day where we got to watch all the games and getting to watch all the legends play, like getting to see William Ryder, Sarevi, and like all these legends that I grew up watching and watching them play, like that was amazing to see. Like, oh my gosh, I can't even like express how much that meant to me. And so it was just, the whole trip was just so fun. Like, and just getting to do this thing that I love and see the sport that I love with the people that I love so much. Like, I will cherish this trip forever. Yeah, it was just a completely life-changing experience, I would say, for me. So, yeah. My favorite moment, I think, was probably playing in that Navy game, that quarterfinal game in the Mayor Sevens tournament. That, even though we lost, was just so fun. Like, that's probably the best team that I've ever played in my life, and getting to play against this team, this Navy team, in this stadium in Fiji was crazy. Like, coming back here, I can't think of any other team that compares to that. Like, no other team phases me after playing Navy. Like, just getting to play against such good talent, and just like, I wasn't upset, I wasn't mad. I genuinely was having such a good time. Like, they could have scored on us, and I was just happy. And so I think that was probably one of my favorite moments. And going on this trip to Fiji, I think really brought back what rugby is for me. To me, it's more than just this sport and this game. It's the culture of it all. It's the people. It's the love that comes with it. And so getting to just grow closer with my teammates, and to me, like, that's like my family. Like, my teammates, no matter what team I play on, like, that's my family right there. Like, those are my sisters. And coming out of Fiji, like, I would do anything for them. Like, oh my gosh, I don't know why I'm getting emotional, but like, I would literally, like, fight for them, like, to the death on the field if I had to. Like they mean so much to me, and just the sport of it all. Like, getting to listen to the Fijiana talk about what it means to them, and like their culture, and just listening to them seeing, like, just the culture of rugby and of it all is just so much more than the sport itself. And I think sometimes when we come to college, or we have so many things going on in life, that can kind of get blurred. And so I think going to rugby with this team brought a lot of clarity and brought that all back. And so, yeah, really happy to play rugby with this team and grateful for that experience. So, yeah.
Hi, my name is Caitlin Walker. I'm a 26 and a co-captain on the rugby team. I play back row and wing, and I'm studying psychology and education. Okay, this is a hard question because literally while we were there, we were like, every day is the best day ever. And then every day just kept getting more amazing, but there were different, like, personalities to the day. I think my favorite day was when we did the sand dunes workout with Fijiana, because there was like a specific moment where we were like got to run up the dunes, and then there was like a minute or so where you were waiting for the other group to meet you, and you could see so much. Like, it almost felt like we were like with the clouds, and I just was like overcome with this feeling. Like, I had a thought, I was like, good thing I tried something new in high school. And like, you never know where life will lead you, but it was just like a really sweet moment, because I was like, I've been trying to do the right thing, and this kind of felt like one of those moments where it like paid off. And to experience that at like such a young age with like people I care about so much in like the most beautiful place I've ever been was just incredible. And then you like think about what we were actually doing, like working out with the Fijiana national sevens rugby team with like all of my best friends. That's probably like one moment that's like seared in my mind that I just definitely won't forget. But yeah, wow. I do have another thing. There were a few moments on the trip that just made me like reflect on how beautiful it is to feel small, but in a very known way. Like, I feel like traveling does that a lot, but there were a lot of moments on the trip where I felt like insignificant, but important, if that makes sense. Like, there's so many people that pour their soul into sport and like rugby, and we're able to see more people doing that than maybe we're used to at home. But it didn't make me feel smaller or less important, even though there was more. It made me feel like just like it opened my eyes to what I'm a part of and how much more grateful I can be to be a part of the rugby community. That's just so much bigger than it's hard to realize how big it is without experiencing that. So we haven't played teams like we played at Marist Sevens ever, and it was just amazing to actually, it's one thing to watch different styles, but it's another to actually like deal with it in front of you. And yeah, it was refreshing and exciting and fun and fast paced and just like loose in a good way. And I felt like it was really easy to just like take in the game instead of worry about the outcome because you didn't know what was coming as much. It was so unpredictable, but in a good way.
My name is Vasiti Tirangabo. I'm a 28. I'm studying psychology, and I play center for the Dartmouth women's rugby team. I would say my favorite memory from the trip was my family's sebu sebu. And I think, like, as I reflect on it, like, the part I loved the most was that I got to bring like Dartmouth, like my team with me. And it was kind of like my two worlds colliding because it was like my family was there when we were doing a culture ceremony and it was a lot of people that I had never met before. But it was also like the people who mean like the most to me and that I spend all a bunch of time with and who have like shaped me to be who I am. Like, so it was so fun to see like my two cultures and my two worlds colliding. And I think like one of my favorite parts of that like memory was when we sang Fula Fula. And like beforehand we had prepared this song and I was just like in awe and had so much gratitude that like our team wanted to learn that song and that hymn because I mean it's such a big thing in Fijian culture to give back to whoever has served you. And I had been anxious like beforehand. I'm like, what are we gonna do? And having like our team sing that song, it reminded me a lot of like my culture back home. And being able to like have my favorite people here be able to like witness something that I've like grown up in and experience like singing a hymn that, and I mean, the energy and the spirit was so strong when we were singing it that I was just filled with so much joy when we sang it. And my grandfather knows the hymn, so he was singing along as well. Like, and it was just such a beautiful moment because I got to just be immersed in everything, like my whole life, like my grandparents, my culture, like my teammates, my coaches, like everything that has like brought me to who I am today was in one room in one like beautiful moment. And I think that was by far my favorite memory because it was just such a reflection on my past, but also like my future and my team and my present of where I am and where I'm at right now. So, but there was also like so many funny memories like outside. I think that was like my biggest one, but like everything we did was like, it was jam-packed week of so many different things. And like, you got to be a part of like every single aspect of Fiji that there literally was. And I think that like I loved making memories everywhere we were. And then I loved also that we had no service. And so everyone was just so present and we had so many, like we made so many fun memories and jokes on that trip and I really brought our team together. I don't know. I think that one other thing, like we talked about so much, I mean, I've talked about all the experiences and we went for a rugby trip, but the rugby was fun. Like, I don't think I mentioned how much fun, like how much we grew in the style of play. And I think it was so fun because like they mentioned how like when we went to that tournament, like a lot of the Fijian teams don't get to play other teams that are in other international teams, but like us as well, we don't get to play other international teams as like a collegiate team. So that's one such amazing opportunity, but like being able to like learn the Fijian style of play and influence it, like I remember like I was sitting out of a game one time and I saw all of our teammates running switches and doing offloads and I had talked to like my dad after and I was like, this just looks like a whole different team. Like we're playing so freely and we're playing together and we're playing and implementing the Fijian flair with the way that we play. So I think like alongside the culture, the rugby aspect, we learned so much and we grew from it. And yeah, it was such a fun tournament as well.
I just want to say thank you so much to everyone that was involved in making this Fiji trip happen for our team. I guarantee that it was worth it and will stick with us for the rest of our lives. So thank you so much for an absolutely remarkable and life-changing trip.